Hey, Leon Thomas here. Hey, what's going on, life insurance agents? Hey, if you are a life insurance agent and you want to know how to sell more life insurance with less effort, this video is for you. But before we dive into the video, if you want to know more, if you don't want to know how to sell more life insurance, if you want red hot leads, you want higher comp, or you actually get into the industry and you want to know where's the best place for you, you can click on the link in the description of this video. You can book a strategy call with myself or one of our team members. But let's go ahead and dive right in. So if you want to sell more life insurance, there are a few things that you're going to have to keep in mind when you are actually in the home. And most agents actually struggle because they don't have the structure in the home. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. So there are a few things that you want to be sure that you do in every time you're in the home that you should literally be doing. So the first thing is we're going to talk about is building rapport, right? When we talk about rapport, we're talking about the know, like, and trust, right? Now, just keep in mind, if you are in the home and you're not selling, you're not closing deals, in most cases, I would say 99% of the time it's because you're not hitting on all three of these components, meaning you're not really getting people to know you. Not know you in the sense of know you in their home and know your name and know you're your life insurance agent, but know you a little more about who you are and why you do what you do. And then of course, getting them to like you and then obviously trust you. If you don't have these three components working for you, it's gonna be very hard to close the deal and obviously write business, which means get them to give you their credit card, their social, and all that good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and dive right into building rapport. So when I get into a home, the first thing that I do is I focus on actually building the rapport. When I say the rapport, what I wanna do is I'm gonna talk about who I am, right? I don't need to spend 15, 20, 30 minutes talking about me, but I want them to know who they're dealing with. Number one, that I'm licensed, right? So I'm gonna pretty much build the rapport. What I'm gonna talk about here is actually, I'm gonna work on the credibility, right? So when I sit at that kitchen table, hey, Jim and Tammy, hey, my name is Leon Thomas here. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for allowing me to your house. Bam, I want to put my license on the table to show credibility. Then I'll probably put a carrier sheet on the table as well before I do anything else. I don't have my computer out, I don't have my laptop out, I don't have my tablet out, or any of those things. I'm just simply letting them know that, hey, the person who's in your house is legitimate. I'm licensed with the state of California, and therefore I'm qualified to actually be in your house to solicit your business, okay? So what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna talk credibility. I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? You guys don't know anything about me, but I've pretty much been selling insurance. You may or may not want to tell them how long you've been selling insurance. If you just started, it's probably better that you don't. But pretty much just say, give them a little bit of information about yourself, why you do what you do, right? So I'll just say, hey, you know what? I've been selling for XYZ years or whatever. I may or may not say that. But I'll say, this is pretty much how I serve my community and how I provide for my family, okay? I'm in typically 7 to 10 homes a day, and I pretty much help a lot of families get coverage. And most of them usually call me back 6 months to a year from now thanking me, all right? Cool, right? So I'll just pretty much, touch on credibility. I want them to know that the person who that's talking to is actually valid, legitimate, and I'm valid, I'm legitimate, and I'm worthy, and I'm qualified, more importantly, to actually, share the information with them and obviously to sell them life insurance, okay? So credibility is very important, right? So when you're talking about the know, right, you're talking about getting some credibility, share your story, tell them a little bit about who you are without giving them the book, right? The big book, right? Just give them the Cliff Note version, the Reader's Digest version of who you are, okay? The next thing you really want to do is you can actually share your story, right? What I found out is, the people that actually tell really good stories sell a lot more, right? Because you actually get that emotional impact, and that people, we buy on emotion and we justify it with logic, right? So if you're not getting your clients emotional in the process, you're probably not selling, right? That's probably why you're not selling, because it's all logic. You can't just sell life insurance based upon what you know about life insurance as far as, you can pay pennies on the dollars to get, hundreds of thousands of dollars in coverage, right? That's simply not enough. So you actually want to connect with your clients, and the simplest way to connect with your clients, to open the door, I should say, of connecting with your clients, is by sharing stories and telling stories, right? You want to be good at storytelling, right? You want to just get good at telling some simple stories that are relatable and that actually hit home, right? So the next thing you want to do is you want to go into the discovery, right? Now, we train a lot of agents, on a daily basis, and anytime an agent is actually, letting us know, hey, we stepped in this house and, maybe we didn't write a policy or we're not writing as many policies as we want, I simply ask them, are you gathering information? Are you asking questions when you're in the home? See, if you're just in the home, getting, their name, their email, their phone number, and trying to get a credit card without getting information, then you're actually going to struggle, with writing policies. And here's what I mean by discovery. So when you are talking about your discovery, we're talking about asking questions, right? as you know, in any sales setting, the one who's asking the questions is in control. And so if you're not asking enough questions, what you need to be doing is you need to be trying to find out their why, right? If you never tap into why they actually need life insurance, how can you offer them any solution with your product or any of your products, right? There's absolutely no way. So what I like to say is your why actually will take you to the how, and the how is pretty much how you actually will take you to the value. Now, when we're talking about the value of a policy, most of the time we think that value is just on, you getting a policy today and you're paying, $57.76 for, whatever, $100,000 in coverage. But that's not enough value for anyone to buy, because you have to tie the value, you have to tie the why to the how. When you tie the why, when you ask enough questions and you find out why they need coverage and what it's going to mean for them if they don't have coverage, then you can identify actually how to sell to them, how to serve them, and you increase the value of the policy. Now, I hope that makes sense, because when we're talking about, selling policies and writing business, we have to find out the why, right? So anytime I ask an agent, hey, what happened? And they say they didn't do anything in the discovery, they didn't find out the why, that's 9 times out of 10, they're just quote machines. And you don't want to go into a house just being a quote machine, giving clients quotes, right? So that's the discovery. So in the discovery, I'm pretty much asking, hey, Jim and Tammy, you know what? Typically, when a couple fills out one of these forms, it's because of 1 or 2 reasons or 1 or 3 reasons. And I'm gonna state those reasons. One, maybe it's just a recent death in the family. Maybe they have coverage, but you know what? They realize that they want more. Maybe they just bought a home and they want something to cover the remaining balance on the loan in the event of a death or disability. And so now that's your mortgage protection play, right? So I want to find out why. So you need to become a good asker, if that's the word, asker of questions. You need to get good at asking questions in the home, right? So you want to ask these questions to pretty much identify exactly why, okay? Once you find the why, now you have the pain point. I tell all my agents this. I want you to think about this for a minute. What is the most compelling reason for you to go to a dentist? When are people more compelled to go to the dentist? To get their teeth cleaned or to get their teeth pulled, right? 9 times out of 10, they would say to get their teeth pulled. Why? Because of the pain of having that toothache, right? Not very many of us are actually excited about getting our teeth cleaned, right? But I can tell you, 99% of the time, you'd be a lot more motivated to go to the dentist. Why? To eliminate the pain of a toothache, right? Or root canal, whatever it is, right? I've had several of them, so I know what it's like. It hurts. It's not a good thing, right? But the point is, if you're not bringing out the why to find the pain in not having it, maybe they had a relative pass away, maybe they had, someone that passed away and they had to crank out a bunch of cash and they didn't want to, right? The pain, if you don't bring out the pain in not having insurance, if you don't paint the picture of what it's gonna be like of not having insurance, you're never gonna get them emotionally tied to the process and to the product, okay? So your goal is to identify the why, highlight it, find the pain of what it would mean by not doing it, right? And that simply means having transparent conversations with them about the process. It's really important for you to literally bring it to life. And what I mean by bringing it to life, it's okay to simply say, hey, you know what, Jim and Tammy? Jim, you're dead. Today, you're gone. Tammy, what does life look like for you now, right? Jim wants to start talking. Jim, you're dead. I'm talking to Tammy. What does life look like today now that Jim is gone, right? And it's just you, right? You want to get Tammy in this case talking about what she would know life to look like, okay? That is where the sell is made. Why? Because now you have a huge why, you've attached it to pain, right? And you've attached some emotion to the sales process, right? Bottom line, once you identify the pain, then you can provide the solution of a quote, okay? That's when you find out what's going to be the most affordable, what's going to make the most sense, and the type of coverage that they're going to need in place. So with that being said, of course, hope you guys got a ton of value from this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. Click on that bell, of course, to get all the live notifications as we upload new videos. And be sure to schedule your agent strategy call if you're new to the industry or you're looking to get into the industry. One of our team members will reach out to you, of course, about your game plan strategy for you actually if you want to get into the industry. So with that being said, of course, till next time, I'll see you guys on the internet. Take care. Bye for now.